Zimbabwe's fight against poverty is bearing fruit, with new data showing a significant drop in poverty levels and major improvements in education and healthcare. Speaking at the World Summit for Social Development in Doha, President Emmerson Mnangagwa said that the country's progress reflects the resilience and innovation of its people.
President Emmerson Mnangagwa today shared with the world the country's steady progress. Delivering his statement at the ongoing Second Social Development Summit in Doha, Qatar, the president opened a window for a sneak peek at a nation that has turned its challenges into opportunities. Zimbabwe's poverty rate, which stood at 62% in 1995, has fallen to 38.3%. The country has also recorded gains in life expectancy, which has risen from 44 years to 65 years over the past 30 years. The president said this is evidence of policies focused on inclusive growth, education, and social protection.
Poverty levels declined from 62% in 1995 to 38.3% in 2019.
Education remains a cornerstone of the country's development agenda. The Basic Education Assistance Module, known as BEAM, is now supporting over 1.5 million learners every year, among them children with disabilities. Primary school enrollment now stands at 88%, while adult literacy has climbed to 93.6%. Education 5.0, a heritage-based philosophy which the government has championed, is also aimed at poverty eradication and employment creation through innovation.
Primary education enrollment has risen to 88%, while adult literacy is 93.6%, and life expectancy is at 64.7 years. Flagship programs such as the Basic Education Assistance Module benefit over 1.5 million learners annually.
Health and food security are key pillars in Zimbabwe's development narrative. Through the Health Assistance Fund and climate-smart agriculture, President Mnangagwa said his government is building a more resilient population, one that can withstand economic shocks and changing weather patterns. The president also pointed out hurdles to efforts by his administration to better the lives of citizens. He said progress is being constrained by coercive measures and unilateral sanctions, as well as climate shocks and limited access to development finance.
Progress remains constrained by coercive measures and unilateral sanctions imposed on us. Climate shocks and restricted access to development finance.
President Mnangagwa used the platform to call for reforms to the global financial system, reforms that he says must give developing nations fair access to resources and opportunities. He said a lot still needs to be done to ensure that the world wins the fight against poverty.
Zimbabwe, therefore, calls for reform for the international financial architecture, debt relief, and enhanced development financing consistent with the commitment on financing for development.
The president also used the platform to rally the international community to support Zimbabwe's bid for a non-permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council for the 2027 to 2028 term. The country formally launched its candidature for the non-permanent seat a month ago and has to date secured the support of 134 countries, surpassing the minimum threshold of 128 votes required to clinch the post.